I remember during pandemic seeing Shivakarthikeyan and his wife, like they had all this, even Suhasini ma'am, they all had hydroponics in their house, and I was like, wow, this is great.
Is it right?
Yeah, and I think it's like the best investment that you can do. If your health is taken care of, then what more do you want, right?
Forget about the podcast. I'm a huge fan of Siva Karthikeyan.
Dr. Pal, okay, fan now. Okay, I'll tell him.
I mean,
I'll
the way
definitely
that
tell.
he has progressed. Oh my god, I'm a huge fan of his witty thing, na? Right from his dance
Vijay TV
Vijay
days.
TV thing, na? I do stand-up comedy shows. Na? I try to learn from him.
Wow, I don't know this.
I analyze, okay, so in which angle that he has picked from the audience response. So I used to watch the Jodi number one, interaction with Ramya Krishnan, interaction with Bhavana, and then I actually analyze the journey of a joke. So I have been like following him for a long time. I mean, one can transform into this level is a huge inspiration to young people like me. எப்படி எங்க சொல்றேன்
என்ன வயசு எனக்கு இப்ப தெரியும். The nation wants to know how old are you?
I'm Sivakarthikeyan's age.
40-யா?
Ah.
அப்படியா? He just turned 40.
சரி, okay, maybe 1 year older.
Oh. Okay.
But along that angle, his fitness has transformed so well. He used to be lean and everything. In your experience, when actors go from, including Dhanush, he was lean before, but now he has muscle mass has improved in whatever way that he can with his body composition. What do these people do?
Long back, I have worked with Dhanush, and I know how he would just go and dance, and one shooting where he would have danced and he would have lost that 1 kg. Kashtapattu inge we would have really helped him gain that weight, and this was during Polladavan. That time I was working for a fitness studio, and then there was a team working with him. So I used to take care of his diet, and he'll say, "You're killing me with your food." So in the sense he was struggling to eat. He didn't like anything sweet, and then all that he liked was a lot of savory dishes. Anything salty is what he would like. So he's an ectomorph. He would just struggle to gain muscle mass, but he really put in a lot of effort, and I'm sure you would have seen that in
Yeah.
Polladavan and all that. And of course, over the years, you've seen how he's transformed. When it comes to Shivakarthikeyan, okay, I didn't work with him during Amaran. I had met him in 2012 when Vetrimaran, Dhanush and Shivakarthikeyan used to come to the fitness studio where I was working. At that time, I had worked with him, and he was just making an entry into the industry and all of that, and he would say, "I like milkshake, I like biryani," and all of that. Recently his wife came. They've had a third child, and then after the little one was born, Aarti Shivakarthikeyan wanted to make some lifestyle changes, and that's how she came. And then after a couple of months, she said, "I would like to bring my husband. He's done with this project, so he's going to be, he wants something which is more sustainable for the next few projects that's coming up." So we had a discussion. So usually when a celeb comes, Shiva is like extremely SK, as we all call him. He's very, very disciplined. He has a chef. Okay, this guy is Sami, and he travels with him. Okay, and even at home, his wife is so hands-on, just like how Priya, she walks with you, and she's just there, right? Pretty hands-on with
Correct.
everything that
Everything,
you guys
we do
complement
together.
each other together. So Aarti, I feel, is his biggest strength.
Oh, nice.
And she takes care of a lot of things, and she knows exactly what he eats, how many grams of chicken, how many eggs he has, and all of that. She gives such detailed information, and she gives instructions to the cook, even to buy which cut of meat to take, and she'll find the best butcher to that detail. She's extremely good.
Wow.
All of us see escape, but I think the biggest strength is Aarti.
Isn't it? Wow.
And she's someone there are 3 elders at home. Shiva's mom is there, and then of course Aarti's parents are there, and then there are 3 children. She takes care of their education, she handles the entire household, and she's brilliant, and she's very, very caring and affectionate. That's what I noticed, because when she came for a consult, later she sent her sister-in-law, brother-in-law, and then another family member, and she seemed to be quite concerned about the health of all her loved ones, and nice. I think that's the beauty, and I think they make a wonderful, their pair. And Shiva, again, the way he eats, he can just eat the same food repeatedly. And very, very disciplined. There's no sugar in his diet. and the meat that he eats and everything will have very minimal oil. So that chef is also doing a fabulous job. And any recipe you share, and then he'll immediately put it together and give it. So he sticks to it, and they have a gym at home, and they have a fantastic team of trainers and all of that. So usually when a celeb goes through a massive transformation, it's a journey of say 1 year or 1.5 years.
see.
And they might not socialize so much during that phase because they have to do this massive transformation. And you might be looking very thin in person, but then on screen you look a little bigger, right? Say 2.5 times bigger. That's what I get to hear from cinematographers. So it can really make you look wide. So you got to look. So if you really want to beef up, then you really need to work very, very hard, especially because his body type is like that lean musculature that he has. So a team, fantastic blood work, that everything, the medical side of it. His sister is also a doctor, right? So all these celebs have a
Like a
great
good
medical
support.
team, very good support system. So if someone who watches, like say a reel or perhaps a YouTube video, and then they shouldn't just jump in and do something that they're doing. For that reason, even Surya and Karthi, and you know how actors really put in the effort to do those massive transformation, and they have a big team to work behind the scenes.
Work behind the scenes.
And again, it's so easy to watch a movie and say, the padam nalla illa.
Right,
I mean, common man would say that, right? But then the kind of effort that they put in, I think we really need to applaud them. It's not easy. Because we interact with a lot of actors and actresses too. And it's not easy being there and wanting to look good, or rather, you have to be prim and proper all the time. The pressure is immense. And especially the girls, the actresses.
Correct.
It's so difficult because they could be having their periods, their menstrual cycle, and then they have to be there for the shoot, and they could be a little bloated. A dress which might be fine the previous week, it could still show up a little odd way. And
no, I feel bad for them.
Yeah, it's very, very challenging.
I feel bad for them. Yeah, all the reputation and the fame.
Yeah, and body shaming and a whole lot of other things they face because they're dealing with a uterus and 2 ovaries, and there are hormone fluctuations, and there are mood swings, there's PMS, and all of that. And their shelf life is only that many years. Only very few have broken that, right? So it's a very difficult field. We shouldn't be judgmental at all, when it comes to these people.
One important point you said about the celeb lifestyle is the consistency in terms of eating the same thing.
You're right.
Right? When I tell that to my patient, he's like, how can I eat, this on a daily basis, doctor? Naak settu poirum.
Yes. How do you deal with it? What is your dialogue at that time?
Rhyming a வேற ஏதாவது வரும், but I will not say that.
நீ செத்து போயிருவேன்.
அதுக்கு நாக்கு செத்து போன பரவாயில்ல.